Hey everyone, welcome back. We are back from our vacation, and I think we're going to talk about that a little bit and just live chat with everyone.
You messed up. I had a whole thing planned that I was going to say.
Oh.
But you didn't start the show right.
Well,
so start over.
It's live.
Start over.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Jack.
And I'm
See, that's what happens when you try to plan something.
Hang on. Now I gotta say it. Hang on. Let me think about it again.
Let me adjust here.
All right. Do it again.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Jack.
And I'm his co-host, Tangi, and you are watching Freedom Homestead.
All that for that.
Yes. Hey, everybody.
Just keeping it real here at the Freedom Homestead.
Heaven's Essentials gets me.
Let's see.
Hey, 1870s Homestead. I was just watching your video, doing all the three kinds of sauces. One of the reasons why I like watching Rachel's videos is because she works smarter, not harder. And she gives really good tips on how to make the most of your food preservation time.
Yeah.
And so, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a video she posted today. She's making 3 different flavored tomato sauces.
Ooh,
and she shows how
that does sound good.
She got was it 18 quarts and 9 pints or something like that of tomato sauce. And she got all of that in one afternoon. She's got Italian, Mexican, and Cajun, I think, sauces that she made in one. Yeah. So
good.
I'm not going to give away all of her tips and tricks. You just have to go watch the video. It's really good. Well, there's Little Acres Homestead.
Y'all
hey,
not
strangers.
Right. Somebody, we're being goofy. We're not right. We're probably,
okay.
I wouldn't call it jet lagged. What would you call it?
Ourselves.
Well, we're tired.
Maybe we're not usually this goofy on camera, but we are in real life.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just too tired to filter.
Enriched Refuge. Howdy, Jack and Tangi.
Hey.
Love your honest ways.
Aw,
Thank you for that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hello, Sheila. Okay, so we actually did something. We tried. We were able to surprise one of our children.
Oh yeah. And Mandy, I'm feeling better. Thanks for asking. Yeah. She went solo last week because I was dealing with a major headache, sinus stuff.
He actually kind of worried me a little bit because he doesn't go to bed at 7:30. Like that's just not normal for him. And I went in there right before we were supposed to go live, and I said, "Are you going live with me?" And he goes, "I'm just so exhausted." And I was like, "Okay." So then when I went to bed, I was like, "Honey, are you okay?" And he's just like, "I'm just so tired." And I was like, I was worried because that's just not like him at all. But anyway, he got better, so it was okay.
Jump off,
I got concerned about nothing. Okay, so let's tell them really quick what we did to try to surprise the children.
Oh wait, Homegrown Wife says they just watched our story.
Oh, yeah.
From a year ago, and it's similar to theirs.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Thank you for watching that too.
Yeah. Boast vacation elation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Cast Iron Mama.
Yeah. So okay, sorry.
Thank you, Tiffany.
We did try to surprise the kids because we made arrangements while we were away.
By someone who is in the chat right now.
Yes, they're with us, and they can't. Well, I don't know. You tell the story.
Okay, so you guys know that we've lived in this house now for 2 years, and one of the things that was on our to-do list was to put ceiling fans in all the bedrooms. We are in Kentucky, and it is hot and it is humid, and we have to have our ceiling
And we
fans.
don't want to blast the air conditioning and, you know, we're on a budget.
Well,
we're on a budget. We don't want to just
Yeah.
burn up so much electricity and just, you know, run up the electric bills and stuff like
Right.
that. But
you know how it is. You just gotta have some air moving around or
Yeah.
whatever. So anyway,
the balance.
so we had already installed one in our bedroom, and it was a lot of work.
Made a world of difference.
Took a lot of time, and so the kids needed one in their bedrooms, and so we decided. So Little Acres Homestead, that is in the chats, they don't live too awful far from us, and Robert has started his own business where he I guess it's like a handyman business, and so we asked if he would come while we were gone on vacation and install the ceiling fans for the kids, and also put
And
in
some
some
other stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
do some faucets in our bathroom. And anyway, so we were really excited because the kids had no idea. Well, one of our children, I guess, saw where we were texting Robert back and forth while we were on the trip.
Yeah.
And discovered the secret. Except they did not spill the beans to their sibling, so that's good.
Don't make it sound like I was being nosy, because I just happened to see.
You weren't being
She
nosy. You just happened to
see
be
it.
watching Mama text.
Yeah. So anyway,
I just saw it. I wasn't rifling through it and trying to find it out.
okay. Anyway,
Oh, so you got on Mama's phone and went through her text?
no.
Uh-oh.
Good grief.
She didn't
Anyway.
do that.
Anyway, so but yeah, so when we got home, they saw their fans, and Emily was like, "Yeah, I know."
Parker, our son, he run. Well, I didn't know that one of them had found out.
Yeah.
So when I walk in the door, Parker runs back in there and he's like, "I have a ceiling fan," and I was just like, "Shh, be quiet. Don't tell Emily yet. Let her go in her room and check it out." And she's just like, "Oh, I already know."
Yes. I already
So,
know.
but yeah,
But anyway, so Robert did an amazing job, and yeah. So if you are in South Central Kentucky and you need a handyman, look him up. He's right there. He says Little Homestead Handyman.
Little Homestead
He has a
Handyman,
Facebook
yeah.
page, so check him out. And his
so
wife,
yeah, big shout out to him.
yeah, she bakes, and she makes like all kinds of things.
Plus,
so,
he's a good woodworker and has
yeah, he
made
builds stuff.
what I think you've made picnic tables and benches and
He does
all kinds
raised
of cool stuff.
beds. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So definitely check him out.
So anyway, that was kind of a surprise that we had arranged while we were gone. But yeah, we also, when we got back, we actually just got back a few hours
Yeah.
ago, literally a few hours ago.
Yeah.
And I think one of the first things we
Like at
did,
3? Is it 3 o'clock we got?
yeah, about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
One of the first things you did is you went out in the garden.
Went out to the garden.
And
Well, you know how it is when you're gone for a few days and then you come home, and we've had crazy amounts of rain here. I mean, like, we got home and there was water everywhere.
Well,
so,
we had the remnants of that hurricane come through while we were gone.
Right.
So it was good to be gone.
Right.
Because we didn't deal with it too much where we were at.
Right. So we had all that rain, gone for a few days, came back, and the okra was out of control.
Lots of okra.
Lots of okra, lots of herbs.
Tons of peppers.
Lots of peppers, and of course our tomatoes they're getting down to being done, so
But-
we've got some on the vine.
Can you see right there? I don't know if you can see that. You posted a really cool picture on
Instagram.
your Instagram page.
Yeah, so I don't know if y'all can hear, but the dehydrator's going. It's stuffed full. I've got lots in there, and then I still had this big mountain. I had basil and lemon balm that I needed to do something with, and our dehumidifier in the basement has gone kaput. So
Yeah.
it's too damp downstairs to dry anything out down there. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do with all this stuff? So I got to looking, and I have these corner shelves, which, by the way, I hate those things, but there they
Wow.
are. And I'm not using the top shelves, And I was looking at it, I was like, I bet a T-post would fit there. And I ran outside, wiped one down, brought it in, and it fits perfectly.
Yeah.
And so then I just hung my herbs from that. And so it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so people are wanting to know where we went.
Where we go? We went to one of our favorite places. And if you watch the Stivers, it's their favorite place to go too. We went to Pigeon Forge. We always go to Gatlinburg.
Went to the Smoky Mountains.
I pretty much always say that's the same spot. Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, Smoky Mountains. We did the touristy stuff in town and
Went to the shops.
and
Y'all, let me tell you something. We went to 3, like, when we vacation, we try to go out to eat, like, at a really nice place a few times. Because we don't do that at home very often. So
that's one of the things we kind of splurge on when we go on vacation. We eat.
We eat out.
We eat.
So we went to the first night, and I have to say, we did not eat fast food except one time. Did you realize that? On our whole trip, we ate fast food one time.
Well, we went to Chick-fil-A once. Yeah.
So the rest of the time, we ate good sit-down food. Okay, so the first night, if you're familiar with Pigeon Forge, there is the Old Mill restaurant.
Old Mill.
That's what I said, Old Mill restaurant. So you can actually call in and they will bring out your order to you to your car. And so we did that the first night we were there. And it was
great.
It was good.
It's
great. Family style.
Actually, that was probably the best meal
of
our trip.
Every meal comes with the same sides. You pick your main course. So so that's what we did, and it came with a whole pecan pie, which Jackie and I just finished eating it before we went live.
I just finished it right here.
But
Actually,
it's a
there's
whole
still a piece
pecan
in
pie,
it.
and it was so good. So if you are ever in Pigeon Forge, you're staying there for vacation, we highly recommend Old Mill Restaurant. Get on their website, call it in. They bring it to your car so you don't have to stand in line.
Yeah.
They put it in a
That
big
was cool.
sturdy box. It's like corn chowder, mashed potatoes, hush puppies.
It was
macaroni and cheese.
They said it would feed 4 to 6 people, but
we had leftovers for two or 3 days. Yeah. There was a lot, and green beans.
Yeah, and then the whole pie.
It was really, really
You order
good.
a meat, whether it's, turkey and dressing, pot roast, fried chicken. We got the country fried steak, and
then all the sides that I mentioned and the dessert.
I would say big country fried steaks.
Yeah.
Enough for all 4 of us
to have
two.
And then there's then the sides are like quart size.
Mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans.
So all 4 of us got to eat. We had enough for 2 meals, and it was $60. It sounds like a lot, but that's basically 8 servings. And you don't have to cook. Everything is throwaway, and it was awesome. The next night, we got to eat somewhere that I've always
She's been wanting to eat there
for probably 10, 20 years.
She's been wanting to eat there for
thereabouts, maybe about 15 years. But because we went during an off season.
See if they can guess.
Because we went during an off season, we didn't have to wait. School has started back, so it's not as busy there as it normally would be.
Let's just say before we moved here, well, okay, we don't have satellite, we don't have DirecTV or cable or anything like that, so we only pick up kind of the local channels right now. But before we moved, for years, we had the Food Network. And
so this particular,
you loved watching this particular person, and
because she's a Georgia girl,
you've
like
been wanting
me.
to go. Actually, we went to Savannah.
We did go to Savannah
many years ago. We
and
went to her place.
restaurant, and it was a 4-hour wait.
4-hour wait.
And we were like, we'll just look through the gift shop. We'll just go to the gift shop.
Yeah.
Yes, Paula Deen's. We ate at Paula Deen's, and y'all, it was exactly what I hoped it would be. The food was very, very good. Her garlic cheddar biscuits, they bring it to you. It's also family style. It's also expensive, but it's it was worth it. I thought it was really, really.
You go to some of these restaurants, you're not going to get out of there cheap.
No,
they're expensive.
it was $17.99 per person, but it's all you can eat. It's like bottomless.
Yeah,
if you finish out something, they fill it up and bring you more. So I wanted to show you. I got myself a mug. It says "Hey y'all" on it, and it's got Paula Deen's logo right there. I also got my cousin who I work for. I got her a couple of things too from the store.
Hey, there's North Star.
But hey, North Star. But yeah, so finally got to eat at Paula Deen's restaurant, and it was exactly what I thought it would be. Like I said, it is it's family style. You pick 2 meats. Well, you can do 2 or 3 meats. I can't remember how many sides we picked. 4 sides.
I think you picked 4.
And then it's family style. Like I said, it's
Again,
bottomless.
we all filled up. We all got stuffed.
But then everybody gets to pick their own dessert.
Oh, by the way, we're telling you about our vacation. If you're just joining us, when we get done with the vacation, we'll get back to our what's going on. People are still talking about gardening and homesteading and stuff.
We'll get
Sorry
to
about
that.
We're kind of doing this little side trip real quick.
So, but anyway, then everybody gets to pick their own dessert. So me, Jack, and Parker, we all picked banana pudding, and then Emily got the ooey gooey butter cake, vanilla ooey gooey butter cake.
Yeah, the banana pudding is really
so
good.
So we were not.
I got we had catfish. That was amazing.
Yeah,
the catfish was. It was so tender.
Yeah. So the 2 main dishes that we picked were the catfish and the chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
Then the sides we picked were collard greens, creamed potatoes, creamed corn, and
Mandy says she hasn't eaten yet.
something that I can't remember what it was.
Making her very hungry.
I'm sorry. But everything was delicious. That did not disappoint. The night before we left, there was a new place there that we had never been to, and it's called 5 Oaks
Farmhouse.
Farm Kitchen. Farm Kitchen.
Kitchen?
Yes, Farm Kitchen.
I thought it was farmhouse.
That really intrigued me. I was like, ooh, Farm Kitchen.
And it's very cool looking.
Yeah.
It's very cool looking.
Yeah. So I pulled it up.
That was probably the best part about it is it was really cool.
It was neat. Yeah.
It's like a giant barn almost.
It looks like a giant barn. It has, like tall ceilings, big, beautiful light fixtures. The atmosphere was awesome. You drink out of mason jars. It was really great.
They had cool t-shirts.
Before we went there, I pulled up their website, looked over the menu. The menu looked really good, but it didn't have any prices. So we decided to go there for dinner. Also, when you pull up to the front, you're going to notice that they actually have beehives with their live beehives out. Like they have a big water feature with ducks, and then on the other side of that they have beehives.
They had their own hives, making their own honey.
So I'm like, oh my goodness.
I was impressed.
This place is awesome. Okay, so we get inside, we get seated. We had a really cute waitress with a very cute accent. She was very sweet.
We think she was formerly Amish.
We think she was probably Amish or Mennonite. A very Dutch. Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, then we get the menu, and we're like, okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be
Let's just
very
say
big ticket.
That was the most expensive place we ate. And it wasn't nearly as good as the other 2 places.
Yeah. So we went to eat there for kind of a late lunch, and we decided we were just going to eat sandwiches back at our cabin and not eat out again the rest of the day. So yeah, like he said, Paula Deen's was cheaper and better. Old Mill was cheaper and better. So that's just that was just our experience. So if you ever go to Pigeon Forge, our recommendation would be Old Mill Restaurant and Paula Deen's.
Yeah.
If you like Southern family style food.
If you let's just say we also had a amazing cabin that we stayed at.
Yeah.
Which was such a great location.
Yes.
It was literally 1 mile from the main strip, right there at the island. The island is the big shopping center, amusement rides, fountain shows at night, live music. It's kind of the place to go right now. It's very clean. They have security walking around everywhere. It was just a nice, it's a good family atmosphere. Free parking. So anyway, yeah, it was just easy to get in and out, and so we were so close. It made sense for us to just call in the order, go pick it up. They brought it right out to the vehicle, headed back to the cabin, sat down in our own cabin.
In stretchy pants.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it was really, really cool to do it that way.
Yeah.
And
did we film it all? No.
we did not. We talked about it. I said, are we going to do a film of our vacation?
I said, nope, this
It
is
was like, no,
vacation.
This is vacation.
No
We're
work being
kind of,
involved. Yeah.
We're not going to do any of that. The only, we did take photos.
To take the photos. When we first got there, we got to our cabin, we got everything settled, and then we went hiking. And then on our way back from the hike is when we called in the old mill order.
Yeah.
We went and picked it up, came back, we ate, and then...
Yeah, we went into Great Smoky Mountains National Park, hiked to a waterfall, got to see that, and then one day the ladies stayed in, and I took my son back into the park, and we went swimming in the river.
Yeah.
Those mountain streams with all those big river rocks and stuff. There was a picnic area that you could go to, and the river runs right through. The river runs through it, and so we got out there in the water and played around and froze because it's cold.
It's cold.
Eventually, I just got out and enjoyed relaxing on the riverbank and watched my son just wear himself out.
Yes, and
And he
really,
said that
really
was
did.
the best day
Yeah.
of being there.
Yeah.
And then when we got back is when we went out to eat, and then we went back to the island at nighttime to watch the fountain shows and pick up a few home decor
Yes.
things.
Oh yes.
Um,
I posted a picture of the art that we bought.
yeah.
I saw it, and well, first of all, the shop that we got it in, and I meant to look it up before we came live because I knew if I could remember the name of it. Was it Patriot? Was that the name of the store?
Man,
It's like a
I
made.
cannot remember the names.
It's a
of the
made in the
stores.
USA type store, and like everything in the store is patriotic.
It might have been American Patriot.
Something
or
like that.
Something like that.
But anyway, so the picture that we got, I picked out. I saw it and I was like, oh, it's perfect. But the name of the painting is Faith and Freedom, and it's really cool. If you go to my Instagram, I posted a picture of it, and it's like the forefront is a church, and the background is a barn with a I guess a Martha Washington flag painted on it. It says 1776 on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really cool.
Serenity Hills says Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg was one of our best vacations. Definitely the cheapest too. So beautiful. Yes, of course we love going there.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite places to go.
Yeah.
There's so many different things we do every single time we go. We end up doing a whole bunch of different stuff. So you don't just go and it's the same thing. And if you go back next year, well, we'll do the same thing we did. No, we do different stuff every time.
Yeah. And what's funny is we have driven that road. I can't even tell you in the 20 years that we've been married. I don't know how many times we have been there, but it seems like even just this trip, we would drive down that same stretch and we would see something different every time. We're just like, oh, did you know that was there?
And
Nope.
it may be all new. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're building stuff so fast. Kathy has
Good night,
posted.
1870s.
Kathy's posted links of the old mill restaurant and Paula Dean's.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had fun. We had a blast, and then this morning before we left, we drove into Gatlinburg, and
Ate at Crockett's
we
Flapjack.
did do something that we liked doing. We went back to kind of our pancake breakfast place, and
Did Parker finish that last one? Oh, I don't
And
remember
our-
if I got
our
my pajamas
son-
on. Maybe it was Patriot
Our-
Peddler.
our
That
son-
sounds right.
Our son,
be.
what he got pancakes, but
Oh my goodness, they were okay. So we went to Crockett's
it's called
Flapjacks.
the pancakes are called Aretha Frankenstein.
Aretha Frankenstein's thick pancakes.
And he was like, I want 3, and the waiter goes,
3.
3?
He goes, yeah.
You can get 2 or 3. And he said, I want the 3. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, 3 pancakes.
Okay,
it's
y'all-
like he's used to eating 3 pancakes she makes.
One pancake was an inch
There's
thick.
still one in the.
There's still.
Oh,
You can
man.
get it. It's right over there.
It looks like you just made some cornbread.
Yeah.
Like a big skillet of cornbread, and that was one pancake.
Yep.
They brought it to him, and he looked at me, and I was like, I told you. And he was just like.
His eyes. He was like, oh.
So he
It
ate
was really
one
funny.
and brought the other 2 home.
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
But
But,
anyway, we had a blast.
Yeah, we had a good time. So
And
we got
needed
back.
to get away.
We got back. Like I said, the garden is crazy, and I actually had to pitch out most of the okra because it was too big.
Yeah, the okra grew really fast.
Yeah, but
It was good to come
several-
home and still see the garden producing well, though.
I meant to ask you, do you have any of those? I don't know what they're called, like engineer tape. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Like you tie off stuff to market, like marker tape,
Flagging tape?
flagging tape.
Yes.
Okay.
I can bring.
I'm gonna need
I've got
to-
a roll at work. I can bring.
Okay. Well, I just need a couple of pieces because I've got a couple of okra plants that I'm
Okay.
gonna let the okra pods
Okay.
get big, and then we'll save those seeds for later.
Aretha Frankenstein's pancake mix.
Yep. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They're huge, and then like you can pick your toppings. Emily got stuffed French toast, and here's what's funny
I'm
is
liking
they call,
some of these comments.
they call their breakfast with eggs. They call it hen fruit, which
Yeah.
is kind of gross. But anyway,
Oh, Jared is from Cumberland Gap.
my cousin Jared.
No, somebody saying hi from the
Oh,
Cumberland Gap.
hello.
Yeah. I'm just reading comments. I'm sorry while she's
My
talking.
cousin Jared's not from there. But anyway, yeah, so what I got was, it was like 2 scrambled eggs and then fried potatoes, sausage, and a biscuit. I think that's what mine was.
So
And coffee.
you're tempting me with this.
Oh, yeah. So so while we were at the island in Gatlinburg, there's a store there called Savannah Honey Bee Company. And so of course Emily and I go in there.
Just Savannah Bee.
No, Savannah Bee. Oh, blah, blah, Savannah Bee Company. I'm sorry. Anyway, so they have products made from honey, like soaps and lotions and that kind of stuff. Then they also have honey. You can get just your raw honey. You can get honeycomb. They also have flavored honey, like infused honey. And
Yeah,
there was one that caught my eye.
There's more than one Jared in the world. Yeah.
I know. Well, I saw my cousin Jared is in the chat. So then when you said that, I was like, no, he's not.
We've talked to Jared before because he's a fellow park ranger.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
he's been
yeah.
in our chats before.
Yeah. So anyway, so there was one honey that caught my attention. He was not with me and Emily. And I was like, this is something that Jack would like. So I asked to sample it, and they said, and I was like, he would love this. So it is called the flavor. Oh, it's right here. Anyway, the flavor is called Hot Tupelo Honey, and it is a habanero and bourbon barrel aged honey. And so I tasted it. The lady.
It says hot right there.
Yeah, the lady behind the counter said, she was like, it's too hot for me. And I said, well, I don't like anything hotter than a jalapeno. But to me, it wasn't any hotter than a jalapeno. So, so I have tasted it, but he has not. And so I asked him, I said, do you want to do a live taste test on our live tonight? And he said, sure. But I was thinking, since he's smoking meat, see, there's my cousin. See, Jared Olds is my cousin. So Jared Olds, meet Jared Dotson.
So, pretty.
It is. Well, let me read. Anyway, I was thinking this would be really good on meat that you smoke. That was kind of what my brain went to. So the ingredients are pure honeybee honey, habanero pepper mash, And the mash is habaneros, salt, vinegar, and sodium benzenate.
Rose's Liberty grew ghost peppers this year.
Whew. Okay, so anyway, all right, so he's agreed to a taste test. And y'all get to watch it. Where's your fork at?
Oh, I was reading comments.
Oh, sorry. All right, here we go.
Well, I've been eating with this fork. You
Hey,
want me to
Art of
clean one?
Creation, yes, please. Actually, get two, and I'll try it again.
Let me just get some butter knives.
That don't matter. Glad you're saving okra seeds. We grow okra with my grandpa saved seeds. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, I'm definitely
Wait a
trying to be more intentional about saving seeds
Okay.
this year because
Looks
I don't
it's
know
got-
if the seeds are going to be available next
It
year.
looks like it's got little flakes, little chunks of
It's the habanero
the
mash.
habanero.
Yep.
So it probably is kind of hot.
Well, yeah.
Maybe you just got a.
No, I mean she gave me a pump of it. All right. Although it looks like there is a lot of chunks at the top.
That's got a kick to it. It does have. Is that hotter than what you tasted? Because the heat's building now. It's actually building.
That is hotter than
Yeah, when you said habanero, and you said,
It's not bad though.
but it's hotter than what you tasted.
It is, but it's not.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good, but that is hot.
But it's good.
I mean, it's got habanero.
It has
it's
a really, really, really good flavor. But I think if we were to just use this as a glaze, that it's definitely going to tone down the heat, though.
Well, it's got flakes of habanero pepper in it.
And also think for like a sore throat,
Oh
or
yeah.
like if you have a sinus infection,
Yeah.
or
Get you another bite.
I mean, I would even
It's actually making my nose run.
I would even put this in like
That's hot.
I would use this to sweeten some
Ooh, Kathy says add it to some cream cheese.
oh yeah. I'm thinking this would be really good to flavor or to sweeten hot chocolate, so you kind of have like a spicy hot chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. Have y'all eaten habaneros?
It's not
Habaneros
painful.
are hot. I mean,
Like I said, I don't like
Not
anything
like-
hotter than jalapenos, and I can. This is. I mean, it's warm. It gets you in the back of the throat, but it's not. I don't think it's worse than a jalapeno. Do you? It's not.
it's right there at that level.
Yeah.
I mean, some jalapenos are so mild.
Yeah.
You eat them, and then you get a hold of a hot one. I would say that was equivalent to a hot one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till they start turning orange and red.
Yeah. But this is really, really good though.
Ooh,
But
that is.
you can. I
It's
think
still
you
burning
can,
my tongue.
I think you can order this online. And I think I even saw Paula Dean
I'm
has
glad you-
her own.
I'm glad you
Tupelo.
bought that though.
It's
That's gonna be
good.
fun.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I mean, this would be good drizzled on ham.
That's-
I just thought this would be a really, yeah, it's
I
going to be a
like
lot of
for
fun
our-
to
I like for our
experiment with.
pastor to have a bite of the taste of that.
But yeah, it's warm. But like I said, I don't think like things hotter than a jalapeno. And to me, this is fine. It's warm, but it's fine.
Oh man.
Um,
Mix it with cream cheese and use as a cracker spread. It would be very similar to your cowboy candy.
It would, yeah, it would be.
Very similar.
Yeah,
If you had,
but this has, I think, with
yeah.
the honey and the it's just a really really good flavor. But yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun to experiment with.
They did have a store in that same spot where we got this. They had a store.
Ooh, smoked chicken.
It was
yes.
called the
chicken
pepper.
and waffles.
It was called the pepper sauce, the pepper store or something. Or anyway, the whole store was hot sauces.
Yeah, we didn't go in there.
We didn't go in there because if we did, we'd probably regret it because they had samples too, and it was just hundreds and hundreds of really hot sauces. So probably a good thing we didn't go there. That's good enough.
Jared said, tell old Georgie C. His buddy Jared said hello the next time you see him. Does you even see him? Does he ever come in?
Oh man, that's going back.
No.
Georgie C. George, or as we call him, George Bruce. He has retired, and I haven't seen him in quite a while. He's still here. He still lives in the area.
Yeah. Mandy found the link for the Tupelo honey, and the store that we went into, they have a couple of locations, but they said they had just gotten this in. And he even told me, he said, we got in 48 bottles, and I think
Really?
they had like 12 bottles left, and they had gotten it in that day.
Yeah, Minuteman Homestead, they say it would make an amazing ham glaze, and I agree. That would be a great
I
ham.
said
Oh, well, I mean, you said it too, but
let's see. Mandy says, okay, this is from Savannah B. A favorite in tea, but this golden honey is great to brush on pastries or fresh bread for an added. Can you make it scroll back up?
where you at?
Right here. For an added sweetness to anything you want to elevate in culinary stature, be creative.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Let's see. We stopped at a place that let us sample every alcohol with all the rocking chairs outside. That was probably the, what is it called? The
What?
moonshine. Was it the moonshine place?
What did we?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay. Glad to know.
No, what did you just read? I'm trying to find
right here. It was that alcohol with
it.
the
We stopped at a place that let us.
with all the rocking chairs outside. I think that was probably the moonshine place.
Yeah, one of the big stores in the island is that Smoky Mountain Moonshine place.
Yeah, she said it is.
They've got a giant, well, it's not that place, but the island has a giant fountain. And at the top, every 30 minutes, at the top and bottom of every hour, they do a fountain show. And they play music, and sometimes that moonshine place has live bands out there in front of their store playing, but we did not go in that store. That's really not for us, but the fountain shows are actually pretty cool. We watched it during the day, and you can tell that they're all lit up in
There's
the water.
lights, yeah.
And my daughter said, I bet that looks really cool at night. And I said, yeah, it probably does.
Yeah.
And it just so happened we went back that evening, just on a whim. We went back that evening, and they did the light show after dark, and it looked a whole lot better.
Eva wants to know, did we go to Dollywood or Wonderworks? Not this time. We went to
No.
Wonderworks last
I've actually never been to Dollywood.
Me neither.
Never been.
I'm actually not an amusement park fan, or water parks, or parks at all.
I like water parks.
I like national parks, but that's about it.
I like water parks, but I'd rather just go out in the woods and hike up a river and play in the river.
Yeah. Okay, so I just remembered something because of something that North Star Prepsteader said.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is September 1st, which is National Preparedness Month. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes. National Preparedness Month. And I have been invited to be part of a collaboration that Lisa over at Sutton's Days is putting together. And there are several channels that are putting out a preparedness video every day for the month.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like every channel is taking turns posting a video. And so we've got everything from home protection,
Ooh.
stocking your pantry, gardening, saving seeds, food preservation, bug out bags, get home bags. All different topics are being addressed.
That's right up my alley. I mean, we love gardening, don't get me wrong, but that's your wheelhouse.
Uh-huh.
Gardening is your thing.
Mm-hmm.
The prepping stuff is what really gets me.
Mm-hmm. Get your goat.
It gets me excited. That's kind of my wheelhouse, what
Yeah.
I really enjoy. So yeah, This is gonna be a fun month.
It is. And so there's going to be a lot of great videos. So if you go to Lisa Sutton's Days, and I can't remember off the top of my head who has the first video for starting tomorrow. But if you go to Sutton's Days,
Yeah, they
she
said
will
Lisa
have,
announced it tonight on her live show.
Yeah,
too.
if you go to her channel, she will have a playlist, and that way you can follow it. So if you are interested in getting started with prepping, and I think a lot of people are, especially with everything that has transpired this year, and maybe you've never prepped ever and you have no idea where to get started, and it can feel overwhelming if you don't know where to start.
Yeah.
This is a great series to help you do just that. Or maybe you've been prepping for like 50 years. There's a lot of things that are new, kind of, sort of.
Well, there's.
And you know, it's always good to see the way other people do things.
You might have been preparing certain things in certain ways for many years, and then you watch the channel and you hear somebody else having a different take on it, how they do it, or maybe tweak it just differently, and you're like, you know what?
Man,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's definitely a lot to glean from. So
Yeah, it'll
someone
be
said,
current and timely.
Okay, so
like
Mouse Toes is the first one. Mouse Toes is a hoot. If you have never watched any of her videos, she is a firecracker, and she is so funny. She's entertaining, but she also has a lot of really, really good content. So if you don't follow Mouse Toes, go check her out. I know, let's see. I'm going to get in trouble because I know I'll forget half of everybody that's going to be there. But there's going to be several channels participating. But anyway,
Yeah, some people are still talking about some of the places to go in the Smokies or in the Gatlinburg area, and Cades Cove. Yeah, I've been to Cades Cove several times. That's an amazing place. I hate that it's so crowded though. So if you go in the busy tourist season in the middle of the summer, I don't go. I avoid it.
Yeah.
I avoid that area like the plague. Even though it's beautiful, there's just too many people there and you're stuck in traffic. But if you can go like really early in the morning or in the off season, it is one of the most beautiful places out there. They have some old churches out there. We went for our 10-year anniversary. We went to Cades Cove and we hiked to Abram Falls in December, in the rain, had a picnic at the waterfall, and had a blast. It was awesome.
it was like 65
It wasn't
degrees.
cold. It was in the, I don't know, it just didn't seem cold at all, and the rain didn't bother us. We just had a blast. But anyway, yeah, we like Cades Cove.
That's cool, Green Gables. I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that.
What's
maybe. That homeschoolers get an awesome discount at the aquarium. But yeah, we had just gone to
didn't
the
know that.
aquarium last time we went.
We went,
Was it last year? Last March.
did we go last year?
Last March.
Okay. So we've been twice
Yeah.
to the aquarium.
So Jared says, if you want an alternative to Smoky Mountains, visit Cumberland Gap. 85 miles of trails, historic settlements, etc. Have you been
Yeah.
to Cumberland Gap? Have I been to Cumberland Gap?
You have not.
I have not.
I have, but it's been work related, passing through with coworkers. I have not had time to explore Cumberland Gap to hike any of the trails. I have been to the visitor center, and I had a really good friend of mine work there too. Jared would know Scott that worked there. He now has moved on, I think, to a different park. But Scott T, bet he knows him. Yeah. Yeah, that is a wonderful place to go. And it's a beautiful scenic area. Just the Cumberland Gap, the history of it is amazing.
Are we still looking for a camper? We're not right now. It's not something that we're setting money aside for
No.
right now.
No, but if we ever just happen to, it's something we'd still like.
Oh yeah.
It's just not high on the priority list.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
It's just not at the top of the list
Yeah.
right now. superintendent now. What?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, but not there. Somewhere else, I believe.
Very cool.
Yep. I worked many years with his sister. We crawled through a lot of caves together.
Rob said Keisha's parents just got one. Very cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, you said something about maybe making it a goal in the next couple of years to head west for vacation.
Yeah, I would love in the next. A
Maybe.
goal for me is 2 to 3 years from now to have a vacation to go out west.
Eva, I will do my very, very best. We are going to be eating a lot healthier. I told Jackie,
after
I
this
said,
vacation.
well, I mean, just going forward anyway. It's just something that's really been something that I've been thinking about.
Okay. Yep.
But
cold?
yes, so while we were on our way home, I was on Pinterest looking up quick and easy, healthy meals, whole foods.
Did you see the crock pot?
Yeah,
comment?
and crock pot. I'm all about the crock pot. My work arrangement is getting ready to evolve pretty substantially. It's a good thing, but
It's a blessing.
I
But,
lean heavily on my slow cooker. I am doing my very best. You know, when I worked outside of the home,
And my slow smoker.
and you're a slow smoker,
Yeah.
when I worked outside of the home, I thought I was busy. You know, you get up, you get the kids ready, you send the kids to school, you go to work, you come home, you get everything done, go to bed, you start the day over. Working from home is a whole different animal. I mean, it is nonstop. You do not stop. There is no time to stop. From the time I get up to the time I pass out on the couch, I am non-stop. And so I am trying my very best to manage my time well and to streamline my work systems, my household management, and my cooking. So whatever I can do to get dinner on the table quickly, I'm all about. So
Yeah.
my answer is yes.
Did
I will
you-
make some videos on healthy, inexpensive fall crockpot meals.
So Northwest Arkansas has a lot of great caves to explore. Somebody says, have you ever been to, how do you pronounce that? Tuckaleechee
I don't know, but that sounds awesome.
Caverns?
Tuckaleechee. That sounds like fun. Just
That's-
the word.
Man, that sounds like, is that in Alabama or Texas or somewhere?
I don't know.
I'm just guessing.
Mandy, I did get your email, and I'm sorry that I have not responded. I don't know what the size of my watch is. I'll
Where
have
is
to
that
look it
at?
up.
Art of Creation?
I didn't keep the packaging, and I didn't buy it, so I'm not sure what my watch size is.
Oh me, Glen Rose, Texas.
I don't know what I've done. What?
Well, my goal, that's in Townsend?
Here we go.
Really?
It's in Tennessee.
Huh.
Tells you on the back.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
What's it supposed to tell you?
The size. Keep talking.
Okay. Oh, Jared switched over to a different account. All right. So my goal is, if we can ever get out west to go on a vacation, is Utah. You know, hit the big
40 millimeter.
hit the big the Canyonlands, Bryce Canyon, Zion. I want to go out there. That's my what I would love to do. And I mean, whatever else we could do while we're out there would just be a bonus. She's always wanted to visit Texas.
I want to go to Texas.
So if we ever go to Texas, I think we definitely have to go to San Antonio.
Yeah,
'Cause everybody tells us that's the place to go.
I'm just not a big fan of traveling.
Oh yeah, Red Rock. I've heard that's a beautiful area.
I'm trying to find my
But that's just kind of, that would be something years down the road if we could ever save up enough to go to.
yeah. All right.
So what is it supposed to tell you?
The size of the watch.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 40 millimeter. I had to get my handy dandy flashlight. Yes, 40 millimeter.
so Mandy's telling you to send something to her.
Send me your mailing
Yes, it
address.
will fit.
Okay. Very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you. The Alamo is on your bucket list. That would be cool. Parker is getting ready to read. It's
The
called-
Alamo Avengers.
Yes, it's Sam
Yeah.
Houston and the Alamo Avengers, written by Brian Kilmeade.
Yeah.
His school starts tomorrow.
School starts tomorrow for us.
Yes, it's
or
a soft
for our
start.
son.
It's gonna be a soft start because I don't have everything yet, but
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay. It's funny how I think, for me anyway, of course I'm very relaxed anyway about everything, but
Yeah.
you know how when you have your first child and then everything has to be perfect, everything has to be clean and spotless, and you have to have all the things. Then you have your second child and you're a lot more, okay, well, to me it's like the same thing with homeschooling. And
Yeah, Glacier National Park, I've been told, is just breathtaking.
oh,
But it's in
online.
Montana. So
Eva, we homeschool. He's gonna do some online, and then
he'll do a little bit of online
some
stuff.
just what we tell him.
He'll
to
do some book learning stuff.
Yeah.
He will do some hands-on stuff.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to be doing different things for different subjects.
Yes. Yeah. So we're
And even those may switch back
yeah.
and forth.
Now, public schools in this area started last week. But like I said, I knew we were going to be going on vacation, and I was like, we'll just wait till we get back. So yeah, so we would love to go to Monument Valley on the Arizona-Utah border.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to go to, again, I'd like to go to the Canyonlands, Arches, Bryce, Zion.
Texas.
I've been to the Grand Canyon. I spent 2 weeks at the Grand Canyon, part of our training that Jared will know about, but they've never been, so I'd like them to see it.
Yeah, I
Pictures,
remember
pictures don't do it justice.
when the Holler Homestead went.
Oh, yeah.
And Meg, when she saw it, she was just so
Yeah.
overcome
Yeah.
with the beauty and the vastness of the canyon that she got emotional, and that I got emotional seeing her get emotional.
We also, my bucket list, another park to go to, I would just like to see the sequoias.
Yeah.
The redwoods and sequoias, Sequoia Kings Canyon, and Oregon. I'd like to go all the way up to Crater Lake. That would be awesome. But those are a lot of places in a lot of different parts of the world.
That's a long time away from home.
That's a big vacation. Yeah.
So we are looking to combine moose hunting with a camping trip next August, going to northern British Columbia, Canada. Wow. Very, very reading, ratting, arithmetic. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to Alaska. My grandparents lived in Alaska for a few years.
Yeah.
I've never been, but it does. I mean, just the videos and the documentaries and everything. It just so beautiful. Let's see. Been
I
across
am wore out.
Donor Pass and Seas of Dead of Winter.
Fundamentals.
Okay.
It snowed on us. Yeah. It snowed on me one day while we were out there. And I was out there in May
In Oregon?
at the Grand Canyon
Oh, it's Grand Canyon.
doing fundamentals training.
Oh.
And it snowed on us one day. It was cool. But then most of the time it was hot.
Yeah.
Our weather just, I mean, it's a
Huh.
canyon. It
Yeah.
changes like crazy.
That's crazy. It has its own weather system.
It does. And
Huh.
it is windy. There's nothing to block the wind. There's no big trees or forest out there. It's very windy.
Oh, wow. Eva said she went on a cruise in Alaska, went outside and saw whales. Wow. That is amazing.
If I ever went on a cruise,
I don't know what I would do if I
I
saw
would
a whale.
not. It would have to be an Alaska cruise. if I'm going to get on a boat, I'm going to Alaska. I'm not going to the Caribbean or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to Alaska.
Yeah, let's see. Enriched Refuge said, just returned from Cordova, Alaska, visiting my son for 8 days. It was awesome. My first time in Alaska.
That would be cool.
So
yeah.
did you get to see like any wildlife? It's awesome seeing people will post pictures of like a moose walking down the street in their subdivision.
And I know the Pratt Family Homestead. If you don't watch the Pratt Family Homestead, of course, I don't know how often they're posting videos, but they love Alaska. And they did a vacation, was it last year they went to Alaska?
I think so.
Yeah, and they had a blast. Of
Yeah.
course, didn't Mike grow up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike
So
is from there, I think.
So he took the whole family up there and they loved it. And I think they're planning on doing it again, going back.
Yeah. Let's see. I was out
Oregon.
there.
I've been to Oregon. It was just for fighting wildfires.
Wow.
And I would love to go back when I could have just enjoyed the scenery and go see more of it.
Do you pronounce your name Job? Can you shoot a bear in Alaska? Yes, absolutely. I know a lot of people that is.
I think they have
They live off of it.
I think it's like every place. There's hunting seasons where you can and can't.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe we can see Russia from Alaska. That's funny. I can see my house.
Yeah, depends on how foggy it is.
Yeah. Let's see. What is your favorite state to visit?
Are they asking me? I'm
Yes,
sorry, I was reading other.
Art of Creation was asking us.
What is your favorite state to visit? 1, 2, 3.
Virginia. Yep.
Yeah, we like Virginia.
Yeah. Virginia is beautiful, full of American history. We just love it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. We like Virginia.
Oh, wow, Jared. I don't think I knew you guys were out there. He said they just got back from Washington State, Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, and the Olympics. That is so cool.
See, so you'll have to talk to your cousin now and get ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just.
Well, you know, we had
I don't care much about travel.
of course, Homesteaders of America is doing their thing all virtual online this year. We had planned on going back to Virginia to hang out at the conference, and we were really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And then we were going to go to the Hootenanny up in Michigan that the Pratt family puts on. And that got canceled. The one down in Mississippi was the Deep South. We were going to that. It got canceled. So we had 3 trips, vacation type trips that we wanted to do. Everything, you know, with 2020 is just everything is getting canceled. And so we just had to get away for the weekend. And one of our Homestead good friends of ours actually hooked us up with a great place to stay, and I might say more about that later, but I want to get their blessings first. But yeah, we just had to get away, so we went to one of our favorite places, which is only a 4-hour drive from here, and we just love the Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area. Yeah. And now we're back, and we're totally exhausted, and we're out of shape because we ate, and then we went and did some stuff, and then we ate,
Hey,
and
Tiffany,
then we
thank
ate,
you.
and then we ate.
Yeah.
So now it's time to kind of get back.
Rein it in, eating healthier.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
And I'm glad you mentioned the prepping thing for September. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, and there's going to be, and not just from these channels, but like I said, it is National Emergency Preparedness Month.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of resources, you know, and if I can find some, I'm sure. So when your own government tells you that you should have at least 3 to 6 months of preparations,
Then you probably should have triple that.
exactly.
Yeah.
And our president has said you need to have preps. So it's
I know-
a good time to start
I
if
know
you haven't
that's
started already.
I know that's Robert typing now.
Yeah. I told him because so when we were in the car, Jackie was driving, so I was texting, and then I was kind of relaying part of the conversation to Jack today, and I said
We got a
something
small
about,
little hatch to get up in our attic, and evidently
Yeah.
it's a tight fit.
Well, Robert said
Robert found out it's a tight fit.
he said it's not. He said that opening's not made for someone who loves beans and cornbread.
Yeah.
And I said,
Yeah.
I've got a biscuits and gravy physique myself. So.
Yeah, biscuits
Yeah.
and gravy. I got that biscuits and gravy physique.
Yeah.
I'm rocking it.
But
So
thank you, Mrs. T.
yeah, 6 months ago, people thought homesteaders and people who prepare, you can call them preppers, but people who prepare, and that the homestead communities, people thought, well, differently than they think now.
Yes.
Now, more people's wanting to grow their own food. So many people are wanting to learn how to prepare and not get caught off guard like this again. And the whole homeschool thing, I think all of y'all know that, people they're either getting forced into it or they're realizing, you know what, this is a great alternative to try.
Right.
And a lot of people are trying it.
Right.
And some people are realizing that this is for them. Some
Right.
people it's not for everybody.
Right. Well, I mean, and we've heard people in conversation say, we don't need to do all that. If I need something, I'll just go get it.
Yeah.
And the point is,
How'd that turn out a few months back?
the point is, okay, that's great, but there might be a time where you can't just go get it.
Yeah.
And it may not be a crazy, like an apocalyptic kind of thing. It may be you lost your job and you don't have the means to go get it.
Yeah.
Or
It's not like a choice.
there's a
like
sickness
I said,
or something. Yeah.
Just like Eva says, people are being forced into this stuff. Some people don't want to be, but some people are realizing that they can make certain things work.
Yes.
But yeah, you may not be allowed to go to certain stores and buy
Right.
certain things.
Right.
You need to
Yes.
realize how to prepare in case you're faced with that type of situation.
Right. And so now we have, and we saw how quickly we can go from I'll just go get it to
Yeah.
I can't leave the house
And you
for
got
at
people
least
on
2
here
weeks.
that says, yes, I was
Yes.
like that.
And then when you get to the store, there's no guarantee that what you need is going to be there, which is something else that we all have
That's
faced.
why people were watching YouTube videos on alternative products
For toilet
for
paper.
toilet paper
Yep.
because they had no idea that one day they wouldn't have any and none would be available. And what did our grandparents or great-grandparents do
Right.
before toilet paper was invented?
Exactly. So, no matter where you're at, no matter what your income is, you can do something to be a little bit more prepared than you are now.
Yeah. I mean, we still have a couple of big ticket items that we really want to get,
There you go.
like a generator.
Yes.
That's a big ticket item for us. I mean, it's several $100.
Yeah.
We like being able to do what we can as cheaply as possible because
Right.
we want to learn how to do things on our own mostly. But I would love to have a generator.
Yeah. Poor Valley Homestead said, I also hear, I'm really glad you're my neighbor. Not sure how much I like that comment. Yeah, same here. We've had,
Oh yeah.
I've had friends
Yeah.
that say, well, I know whose house I'm going to. I'm
No.
collecting enough for my family. Which is again, I mean, we could get started on a whole other show.
That's another.
Um,
That's another side topic. Another rabbit trail you could chase for prepping is bartering with people. You prep certain items that you are not going to use, but other people will want.
Right. Right.
And if they want it, what are they willing to give up for it? Trade items.
Or what are they willing to do to take it from you, which goes into a whole other thing, which is protecting your home and your family.
Mm-hmm. Which most of our viewers from Texas would start getting out their come and take it flags.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which I love that story.
Yep.
Anyway, our hour's up, and I know that I'm exhausted.
You've said that like 5 times, so you must really be. But as always, y'all, the hour goes by so fast when we get to hang out with y'all. So it was fun getting to catch up. Yeah.
I'm still reading comments.
Oh, sorry.
My grandfather was skilled in bartering. Yeah, my dad is pretty good at. He can trade with anybody.
Mandy. Emphasis.
Okay.
We stockpile coffee beans and tea. Yes. If you read the what is that series that we read? 1 year late, 1 year after, 1 year later, 1 year.
It was 1 second. Was it 1 minute and then 1 year?
1 second after.
1
Then
second
1 year
after,
after.
then 1 year after, and then.
Anyway, one of the things that
It's a great series.
it was the second book. One of the characters, their compound had come across a truck carrying the K-cups.
1 second after.
1 second after. But the second book, I think, was 1 year after.
K-cups.
Yeah, but they had a whole shipping container of K-cups, and they used that
For money.
for bartering, and so yeah, it's kind of amazing. But when you think about like
Yeah.
being
People
in a dire
read them on your
situation-
recommendation.
yeah, in a dire situation and you're completely out of coffee, and then somebody comes and they got a K-cup in their pocket. What? Yes, please. I will trade something for that for sure. Caffeine zombies. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
So thank y'all so much. It's good to be home.
Yes.
It's good to be with y'all.
Thank you for just letting us kind of talk about our vacation.
Yes. And a couple of them said they're planning on going anyway, so it was good to hear our recommendation.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. We just wanted to talk about how our trip went, and now what we got to get back into, and
Beans and bullets.
And
that
I like that.
That should be on a T-shirt.
Beans and bullets.
Beans and bullets.
That's a cool little statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. What book are you referring to?
It's they're sharing it. It's the William Forstchen novels. North Star shared the Amazon link, but it's 1 second.
1 second after.
1 year after, and what's the third one?
Or was it 1 day after?
Maybe it was 1 day.
1 second after.
1 day.
1 day after,
1 year.
and 1 year after.
Anyway, it's a trilogy, and it's what happens in the United States after. Well, it's mostly focused on Black Mountain, North Carolina. An EMP goes off.
Oh, Cliff.
Over, I guess, the nation.
A few years back, people were using Tide detergent as money. I thought they were using them as candy.
They were using it as candy. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
If you're watching this and you heard
No.
him say that, it's not candy. It's poison.
Yeah.
Don't be a moron.
Yeah. Okay. Don't be stupid.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Like I said,
The
I'm
final
tired.
day. Thank you, North Star.
Oh, the final day.
See, what would we do without our mods? Speaking of
So
mods,
it's 1 second
they're
after.
amazing.
1 year after,
The final day.
and then the final day.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy.
Okay. Yep. So September, Preparedness Month.
Yes.
Um,
National
We will
Preparedness
be
Month.
continuing some garden stuff this month,
Hopefully.
but we'll be getting into the preparedness stuff too, and check out the links to the playlist that other people are putting together, and just you guys have a good week, and we'll talk to you later, but I'll let her sign us off.
Until next time, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, go vote, and be prepared.
See y'all.